The Special Wilbur Award is given to a person whose body of work makes a substantial contribution to the public discussion of religious faith and values. Tonight we honor Dennis C. Benson, a master storyteller, media guru, and mentor. As a vulnerable, empathetic master storyteller, Dennis Benson sees the image of God in every person. He has interviewed more than 15,000 people, from rock musician Alice Cooper to Fred Rogers of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood.
The better we feel about ourselves and who we are, the better we can feel about our neighbor.
Dennis interviewed ordinary people too, over a span of 6 decades.
Children are taught to be prejudiced.
The youth of America have learned racism from adults.
A bold belief. This is Passages. I'm Dennis Benson.
For 20 years, Dennis hosted award-winning youth-oriented talk shows on Pittsburgh's AM and leading FM rock station, as well as on PBS television WQED. On those shows, young people shared the joys and the pains of adolescence. Benson was the producer of the award-winning Passages radio program for Presbyterian Media Mission for more than 30 years.
In my own experience, I realized that I've been most moved, most touched, have grown the most when people have told me their stories, their testimonies of how God has worked in their lives. Sometimes the stories were difficult and painful, but they're always filled with hope. And our people wanted to talk to us, not out of fame, not out of ego, but they were convinced that if they told their story of faithfulness in pain and death and suffering, that would help other people.
A Presbyterian minister, now retired, Benson has been a hospital chaplain, the author of 22 nonfiction books, the producer of 60 experiential audio-video courses for group learning, and authored over 100 articles on youth work and education. Understanding the now generation, Dennis was effective in communicating the gospel through popular culture.
Today, Pete shares in his own words his vision for universal communication of love and peace.
A smile, a melody, a rhythm, a gesture, a touch, and maybe, best of all, doing a job of work that needs to be done.
Dennis was active in the civil rights movement with Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. in Selma, Chicago, and Pittsburgh. He continues as an advocate for peace and justice. But above all, Dennis inspires others to use their gifts for the work of the church and the building of God's kingdom. Greg Harton, Dennis's colleague, reflects.
The most powerful role that Dennis plays is being a teacher-mentor. He's done that with people both inside and outside the church.
Ron Byler recalls Dennis's early influence on his ministry.
Dennis's vision to use the media for God's purposes helped shape my own call to share the message of the gospel.
Dennis impacted Roy Lloyd's life too.
Dennis Benson is a pioneer for so many of us. He changed the course of my life in Pittsburgh when he asked me to take over a radio program with teenagers and the values in the music they listen to. Subsequently, I've worked for the National Council of Churches and the American Bible Society, all because of Dennis. So thank you, Dennis.
Benson studied at the University of Michigan, McCormick Theological Seminary, and the University of Chicago. He has taught New Testament Greek to lay people as well as graduate students, and reads a total of 7 languages. Benson helped to begin an innovative master's degree program in communications at United Theological Seminary in Dayton, Ohio. Radio specials and public service announcements with Steve Allen, Helen Hayes, and others came out of Dennis's involvement in the ecumenical community through Sandcastles International.
There are 7 American hostages in faraway Lebanon. It's been over a year. Please remember them.
On social media, even today with limitations imposed by his health, Dennis regularly features stories of the people he meets as he seeks to transform media platforms into vehicles of care and hope. Dr. Lynn Clark expresses the gratitude so many feel for Dennis's life and work.
Dennis has been an inspiration to me as an educator and a writer. I'm thankful to Dennis for teaching me the importance of inspiring imagination and wonder in others.
For his ministry of imagination and wonder, the Board of Governors of the Religion Communicators Council is pleased to present the Special Wilbur to Dennis C. Benson. Congratulations.